Yeah. Yeah, say hi. All right, well, thank you.
Okay.
See you later. Bye. See you later.
Good. Okay, we are live.
Oh, yeah. I can call the name order. You call the roll, please.
Keith Campbell,
Here.
Jim Steele Smith, Bill Gallagher,
Here.
Tom Ferris.
Here.
Thank you. Steve Eisenbrown, sorry. Hanson. Thank you.
We need a motion to approve the agenda with flexibility. I make a motion, we. I make a motion, we approve the agenda with flexibility. Second. Motion second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Because we have an application tonight. What you're here for? Yeah. We'll postpone the minutes till after we take the application, so. Bring up your papers and. Sure. Make copies, do you want them all? Or? He takes them all, you have to number them. Oh, okay. Thank you. So. These are. To these.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
And your name and address for the.
Jack Clark. 2830, Suite 1605. Yeah.
We want to look at.
It's off.
Make sure your microphones are on. Yeah. Could you state your name again? I'm sure it didn't get recorded.
Jack Clark.
All right. And pass those out. Part one is original. This is yours. It's in the town.
Is there an original on this?
They're all the same.
Well, it's all one.
Yeah.
Never done this before, so you gotta
I-
kind of
We understand.
think what to do.
We'll help you along the way.
We have 13 copies.
There was 10. That was supposed to be 10.
6, 7, and 10.
We need 5. You, one original. Oh, what's it's? Look out.
So we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The original and 9 photocopies, so 10.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That sounded like too many.
Okay, It's 13 together.
Because they're counting the two alternates they have, they don't have any alternates right now.
Okay. Guess it's still gonna need my paper out of here. All right, the first thing we know is typewritten or printed in black ink. Looks like that's, let's see, we have one request. What are we requesting here? Yeah, variance. What West, we got the 9 copies. It's not in home occupation. And then there's more than one property owner, all owners must sign or an acting agent shall have notarized power of attorney. You're, Jack, is this your wife or?
Yes.
Okay, so she needs to sign or have me at the hearings, if we set a hearing. But she's also has an interest in this as your spouse, so. Or have a notarized power of attorney given you full,
You want us to sign something?
not necessarily as long as she can be here for the hearing.
Yeah, she will.
She needs to be
You can
listed.
say, so, yeah, we hear it every year.
Yeah.
Yes, her name's on it.
Oh, I need to be here for.
Yeah, you can hear that one every year.
Also, we need, you could, on the original, at least. Write her name in on here too. Or you come up here and do that. On the original application, or you can take it to him, whatever, but
You want it on one or? all of them?
just the original is the one that matters. Gives them the file. Yeah, just,
So do you want her name?
just her name next to his name, yeah. put
I
it on.
think those are these two of the owners. I think it's owned by the LLC.
Yes.
Okay, so I think it's slightly different, maybe.
Well, if it's owned by LLC, we still in, that don't work. Who owns the LLC?
We're the two of us.
It's the same difference in.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a power of attorney that's given power to operate under the LLC.
Yeah, I think one of the board policies, it's LLC. Be my understanding.
Which house is, that's the corner of. We'll see what happens here. Okay. What was her name, so I can write it down? Marie.
Clark.
Oh, okay. Next. Yes. Got the 10 packets. With the deed. You've seen that somewhere in here. And a legal description. Land property owners, here's the deed. Looks like a legal description. Agreement. We got drawings. The new application for a sign, so that's not applicable. All these adjoining property owners, we need to. The spouse's names if they have a spouse or whatever, we need both names. The adjoining property owners list you have here.
Yes.
Most properties have two owners, I mean, a husband and wife or whatever, we need all the names. Well, yeah, you need one for each page, so in other words, we have Craig. If there's a spouse, nobody had to need the same thing, and need their name and their address and all that.
Have another entry for
Natural entry
living.
for each of them, yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure if I know, I got it off the auditor's website, so I don't know
It should
who
be
they're
there.
married to.
It should be on there.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't have my tablet, we can pull it up, right, so.
I know this guy's not married. That's the only person there.
Yeah. This one here is a,
That's me.
it's your own,
Yeah,
and then we have,
yeah. I'll have to check and see if there's additional people on there.
is there any, no properties across the street?
This is across the street. This is across the street.
Okay.
It's on the same side of the street. This is nice. There's a better. Yeah. Here you go.
Okay,
I numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 1 is Stacy.
okay.
This is the lot we're talking about.
This hearing's on two sides of it,
Yeah.
okay. This one's across the street,
Yeah,
here's across the street.
yeah. Farm is all of this.
Oh, this is one from here.
Yeah, that's,
You got these off the auditor's website?
yeah.
did it just have one name or two names listed there?
It just had to,
If it,
I know this guy, there's only one person, his wife died.
what he's saying is whatever shows on the auditor website, if it shows Leo,
I
Such
I
and
felt
such.
that was.
gotta have one.
Right,
Making sure that.
I'll have to check.
Say, I don't have my computer. with me. My computer, he's not here. So it's like, okay.
I mean, if you go and look online.
Well, let's get, let's get, let's see if they have any other issues and we'll correct them all. I'm sure. Okay.
Let's see right now.
What's that?
About that corner property on Orchard.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, I remember that. one. Okay. Yeah, I know you didn't ask for it, but I thought it was easier to read off the auditor's website, but it should have been.
Yeah.
The one, the map. It's. This came from the map, and it was so. Small, I just thought.
Yeah.
Do anything with it, or?
Oh, yeah. Must have cleaned the sticks out of the yard.
Okay, yeah.
I don't, this has. This has the extra names on this map, and there's no, these don't have any extra names. It's a rare instance.
Delaware Map Department, they're working.
Well, this website, that's-
Yeah.
This is,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
this is the map from the map, right?
Yeah, that's what they gave me.
That's what I thought, yeah, that's it right there.
He's looking to do nice, especially all your paperwork's correct now, gives them for the application.
Oh, I appreciate it. Like I said, I've never done this
There's
before.
content
so-
there, so it's
Well,
kind of put together.
Say, hey, if it's incomplete, then you have to bring back the information missing, because so far, I mean, we're doing pretty good, you know. We're not, a lot better than most.
This is all the house tear down.
Oh, well, it's, I looked at the map here from the map room and the same thing.
Yeah, it isn't that many of them. Shocking.
It is.
So what's in the paperwork is all it needs to be then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Knock on the door and ask you to take it.
Valerie, do we have another packet for Steve?
Yeah.
Well, let me see how much.
I can be,
Yes, please, thank you.
catch up. Thanks.
I remember you sent me a message, you might be late. I forgot about that.
Because we're not here.
You want it?
You sent a message that you might be late, I forgot about that. Which is fine, I know, it's no problem, it's just, I didn't get that message, but. There's two of us sitting here at almost 7:30 thinking, oh, we're not gonna have enough people. But the others showed up, so.
I'm a little late.
There's no subdivision involved and they have the map, whatever, so I think. We have a complete application.
So page 2. The final, I'll show you what they do.
Right.
Well, let's see what it says there.
Jack, trying to figure out a little bit, you put this, you put your name down as the owner. And I think it's actually the Maple Leaf Rentals, the LLC is technically the owner. And so you would probably be the managing member. It says name of owner there. I want to make sure we get that right. I think maybe, I'm not sure yet. So we want to make sure.
Just make sure the original, just have him write that on there too, on the original, besides her name, put the maple leaf on there. So we can,
Instead.
Yeah, it's
of-
just the two of you right here.
Yeah.
It'd probably be Maple, I would think it would be Maple Rentals, it's the legal entity that owns the property.
That should be right here instead of my name.
I think so. And then you would be
Makes
the
sense.
members or you'd be the managing member.
Yeah.
I believe.
So I still probably have to sign it.
Yeah.
I would think so. Yeah, you'd be signing for
I
it.
just leave the Jack Clark on there and her name and as their, the co-owners or the LLC.
Yep.
And then make sure the LLC is listed on there too, I guess. More is better. I mean, we.
Yeah. And then it comes up later, you covered your bases that way.
Did you put the maple leaf on his original or have him do it or?
Well, I was waiting to see if you wanted him to leave it or what.
Just add it on top of it, just.
Okay, so right on top.
It's,
So I'm just make something.
Mr. Chairman, are we allowed to ask questions yet?
Possibly, let me see what's going on here.
No, you've had this property for a while, haven't you?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You have any questions?
Okay. Think we understand what you're doing.
Okay.
Fine. What I don't see is the dimensions of the new house versus the dimensions of the old house.
Okay.
So we're not,
The guy, the surveyor drew the little boxes to scale. But he didn't.
well, so what happens is when you're trying to compare, because
Yeah.
your footprint is not the same. So I want to be able to look and see what's different. So what can normally happen if you don't have the, you can bring them with you next time. You don't have to have them now. I'd just like to see the dimensions on the new house, the actual dimensions versus the dimensions on the old house and the garage. That you're gonna permit the garage, is that correct?
The new house is a rectangle, so I think it's.
That's fine, just,
I think it's 29
yeah, just bring something that,
Yeah.
that show,
So they'll understand that this is what it exists right now, right?
There's.
yeah, there's two.
Yes, this one here.
One says it-
Okay. So this is the existing, we need to label that.
Yeah. But you don't have the dimensions of the buildings on,
I did not put them on.
That's fine.
Should I write them on this
As
different piece of paper or something?
long as they have them. At least one copy of the original, and then we can write them down and. Do you know what these dimensions are? Right off the-
you can bring it with you next time.
Yeah, I
These
mean,
things, they're not at the hearing, so we have them on,
Okay.
we can add them on there.
I'll bring the dimensions.
It's just something that when we have it in the file, then it'll show,
Right.
you know, because as it sets now, most people are gonna take out a scale.
I know.
Try to do
No,
that.
that's a good idea. Bring it.
That's okay,
So,
that's okay, after you do 4 or 5 of these, you get good at it.
yeah,
Yeah, but anyway, so you understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The dimensions of each one.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Any other questions from anybody? Did you talk to anybody about this? Like,
Oh, let's go for the zone here.
the prosecutor's office or anything about what can or can't do or
As far as
replacing them, on a non-conforming? I don't know, it's. We'll figure it out with the hearing, I guess.
You've got a list of questions you want to know, just, we can either get together, you write it down, I'll call for it. That's the questions you want.
We'll figure that out during the hearing time.
Yeah, I read through our zoning this past year, since I bought the other property on the street, and it's non-conforming. And the house came down, and it's tough to read.
I know, it's,
So, yeah.
it is hard to tell.
Yeah. So there's one section says, okay, if you tear the house down, you put the exact same footprint up.
Right.
Within a year, I think it is. Within a period of time, I should say. Don't quote me on the year. Then that's an acceptable use. The other part, there's another portion is if you want to change something and you come to the zoning appeals,
Right,
to get an approval, and it should conform to the new norms since it had been grandfathered in before. It should be trying to come as close as possible to the new norms for the current zoning that would be there. Does that
You
sound
can
right?
also ask to go 25% bigger.
I think so.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, so it's gonna change a bit.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
I just,
All that's in zoning, and it's really hard to read.
I know it's been a while since we've done anything like that too, but I mean, it's been like 10 or 15 years since we had one of those. So.
That's straight. Now, you're saying that the original footprint, that the new build has to fit exactly on top of the.
As close as can be,
Within what, 5-10 feet?
that's what, I'll have to study and find out. I'm not sure.
that's why I wanted to see the dimensions,
Because I don't.
see how close
I
you
don't
are.
want I don't want to quote you something because I've not read the book to find out for sure.
Because your measurements are actually close to the old one, so it's just your house it's different, but your setbacks are close to what they were.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm not saying I see a problem, I just want, when we get done and we have a file and somebody wants to see it, we have those dimensions and we can say, well, you're only off a few feet here or a few feet there. It's not like you're putting it on 50 foot away.
I mean, it's the new house is.
Yeah.
Pretty much a square.
Right.
The other one had little non-rectangle.
Right.
Footprint.
Yeah, I know, there's just,
So, but I centered it,
a variance is when,
down in
yeah.
the spot.
a variance is when something's happened and we can consider a variance when you're close. Like I said, if you were trying to put this house 50 foot away from the existing house, that's just too far out there. So that's why the measurements are important.
So.
You're all right, just, it's okay.
The proposed square footage is less than.
Sure.
I didn't mean it's.
Pardon? Go ahead.
So,
The full square foot.
You want to go up to the podium there and so they can hear you on the Zoom.
I have it, whether or not we could do anything, do something like this.
Alternate two.
This is.
Alternate plan two.
Oh, plan two.
What this.
But has Mike seen this?
No, nobody's seen this, I just did.
Okay,
So. You have this rule that says. I have to build it in the same footprint. Because it's a variance or
Yeah.
whatever. Well, the variance is, it's less than 2 acres, it's 1.5 acres. I need a variance because I'm just saying, I can't do anything about that.
right,
The other one was, other big reason I need a variance is because it doesn't have the 130-foot setback from the center of the road,
mhm,
the original house.
Well, if I did this, I could, if I move the house, I can I can make it 130 feet back. I can get rid of that. I can give you the setback you want, but I have to move the house to do it. It's sort of like, well, you won't let me move it.
But-
So I have a violation, but if I move it, I don't have a violation. So I don't know if that was.
Mike, is Harlem 120 or 130 setback?
130, so you said it
Okay.
was 90 to 130.
Yeah, 130 was the
On the
worst
address.
case. I just.
Oh, okay, I was
Yeah.
thinking,
My other question is, where's the septic tank located? The septic system,
Should do a little picture there.
did you? One of these?
No, just on this one. It's right there, that little
I
box.
didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
So here is the original house, well, here's, and the pipe goes
Yeah.
like that, but if I
I
put
would
the
say
house
if he's-
here, I can,
got his
I don't have-
guidelines, he's good.
I want to use the septic tank and everything's been approved on that.
So this,
Inspected, and-
this is,
With this,
what is number two?
well, this is the garage right now,
Okay,
the
this is,
house and the
this
garage.
is the garage,
So if I get rid of the
the
I
garage.
move the garage over here and move the house, then
Yeah,
keep the house here and put it over here.
okay,
Okay,
if he gets his, just general question. If he gets his setbacks to conforming, even though it's a non-conforming lot. If these side yards and setbacks are all correct, would you just need a zoning certificate?
In my opinion, yeah, because to me, it would make it better for the.
Right, that's what Steve and I were just saying here.
It's
It's certainly a better view from the road.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that,
So,
but.
but we always like things that are interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
I can probably throw it out there. I mean,
It's a good idea.
I'm just reading all the rules here and.
I understand, they're complicated, there is, I don't,
Here's the problem you run into, because you got an 80-foot rear setback. Are you 80 feet from the back?
no,
80 feet?
That's where you gotta run into.
however,
For a garage or accessory building, it's only 15, but for a house, it has to be 80 foot from the rear of the lot.
Okay, well then.
I'll just hang on a minute. I'm looking. Oh. So you're too close to the road on one end, or you're too close to the backyard on the other end. So which is more offensive?
Yeah, and the point he brings up, since this is a triangle, the 25 feet are on the sides of the house.
Mhm.
And this does, I mean. It's a triangle. Sides of this house are facing the sides,
Yeah,
not the rear, so I don't know if you're gonna count that farthest point of the triangle. To be the 80 foot,
I mean, the backyard, even though I don't own it, it's a field behind my neighbor's.
well, fields can always be
Yeah.
built on. But what Mike's is saying, which is the backyard and which is the front yard?
which is the side is.
Yeah, and side, back,
They're
front.
their backs, it's
Yeah, as a row of,
sides.
yeah.
So are you going with a similar footprint for the house and the garage is because that's what's there and you think that's the right way, or would you,
Well,
if you had your druthers, would you have an attached garage?
oh, no, I don't want an attached garage. I'm just trying to make these. It would. I'd have to start all over with building plans, you know, they already. Through all that.
Yeah.
What house you wanna build now.
I assume you're not gonna live in it. You might, well, but your rental companies,
It's a rental property
Okay.
at this point.
okay,
We're getting old and.
I know.
And it's first floor.
You know, that's right.
I'm getting old and stairs and all.
I understand
you
that.
know,
And I'm-
So, yeah, I'm probably end up there, but not.
I still like this better.
you know, less maintenance, less.
I'm looking at my time.
Don't you like this better?
That's your experience.
Yeah, well, where we at here?
There's nothing here. There's nothing.
Well, let's,
Yeah, but they're not, he's not gonna be
Like
encroaching.
I said, what's back and what's
That
outside,
part.
so you get a
I
little.
mean, we can have it at hearing and they can come to the hearing.
my question is, we need to decide which plan he wants to do. Because we gotta advertise it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Right,
And so
Still.
yeah.
let's just do this little poll here, which as.
We're gonna do a poll?
Members, would you rather see the plan one or would you rather see plan two?
I personally would rather see plan two.
Okay.
The penciled in red one.
Right.
So the question for me becomes, what if one of the neighbors
We'll have a hearing.
now,
We'll have a hearing.
well, what if the new neighbor 10 years from now comes and wants to build and he says, hey, that's too close?
It's a legal variance. And the state says that he's got a legal lot. And he's just like the lot you purchased, you have a right to put a house on it. So what we're trying to do is figure out what's the best for the neighborhood. And my opinion is getting it further from the road is better. And like Mike said, which is really the backyard, which is the side yard. But the state says they have to have the ability to build. So he's brought us two options. My personal opinion is the second option. I mean, you guys do what you want, but we're just trying to give him some guidance.
I'll weigh in. Also, I would rather see the second option, and I think as a person living there, you would rather be further from the road, and not hear the road noise versus,
Or kids out by the road.
you know, or whatever, you know. Than having the house up here, which what's 60 feet instead of 130 feet. So, you know, that's,
I don't know if they're planning on widening Harlan Road anytime, but with all this development going on,
you never know now.
you could end up in my.
Yeah.
4-lane freeway out there.
That'd be another reason to get more setback.
Yeah.
Steve, your opinion, what?
I'm for two. Yeah, I think that's, makes good sense. I'm for two.
I don't either. I don't want to pigeonhole you guys. If you don't want to make a presentation for the first option and that's all you want to put in there, then that's completely up to you guys.
I can't advertise, well, it may be this, maybe this, we have to, you have to allow one or the other, you can't just do both.
Option, there's a massive maple tree right near the front porch of that house. The builder says you gotta take it down. It's over 100 years old.
So if you just
Pine
win,
tree also that is quite large. Now, if we use option two.
you'll keep your fees.
Trees.
Yeah. it's a
Okay.
Nice tree.
That's
So
another
be
another plus too.
Expense and, but there'd be a lot of firewood there, but that's, you know, that's neither here. nor
So all I need to say from you is the state officially, you want to
Which one do you want to
do? Okay, that's what, you know, so that's one we're gonna advertise, that's one we're gonna make the hearing on, okay.
And you need to bring me the dimensions.
Huh?
The dimensions. and
That's what
everything.
you mentioned. I mean, I'm not a draftsman, you know.
Don't have to be drafted, just
Yeah, just,
take a scale like this and just put the right dimensions on it.
yeah,
That's
just put the right dimensions on it.
what matters.
That's what we're talking about, is him drawing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the,
Surveyor stamped it and everything, I can give him, he can update the drawing and.
Okay. That'd be good. Yeah, that would, yeah, make it look more official.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
We aim to please.
I do have a question for you.
Yes,
So on the proposed legend over here has a square footage,
yes.
and on the current residence, it's a 1-story and it's
1160.
1,213, and the new proposal is a 2-story at
Or necessity.
1,160. Does that seem right? Because it looks like a similar footprint. If you're going 2-story, I thought you'd get more.
The footprint is the first.
Just
story.
that's the one, that's the first story.
It's almost the same square footage on the first floor.
Okay.
Okay.
It's kind of like a story and a half we're putting on there. The old one had an attic, but it wasn't. finished or anything, you can live in. or
Okay.
anything like that. The new one-
I just want to make sure I wasn't a typo somehow and
No, it should be right.
that your existing, your one's
Well,
14 and your new one's,
no,
what's the
60, yeah,
two is
it's like
1160,
all-
so you think it's just the first, the L?
Is that just the first floor?
Okay,
So yeah, if you have your guy drafted up, you might just double check with him, make sure that number is
yeah,
right.
I will.
make that, and just make sure it's noted as the first square footage versus, or you can
Yeah.
make up the total square footage if you can, but that would be
Should I
fine.
have them put the
Yeah.
dimensions of the building, like just as a note over here or actual? on the screens? I mean,
Yeah.
It's a little busy, but.
However he would normally do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, have those dimensions.
Oh, yeah.
You can have a supplemental sheet with the work.
Subtract and get to here to here.
Work on what?
You can have this
My
as your setbacks, and have a supplemental sheet that just shows the house.
Dad,
Square footage, you know, that'd be fine too.
I got one. I call my boy.
Any other questions? We need a motion to set a hearing for the date.
okay, we'll need a,
You guys have any other questions for us?
Just what the process is, I mean, I need here and let you. What you asked for. But it's,
Just bring it to the hearing.
bring to her.
okay, what's a hearing? What's?
That's what we're gonna set here next, and our next meeting is May 20th. We'll have a hearing here at here, public hearing.
Yes, place here.
Okay.
So bring bring your, the stuff you asked for here.
Right.
to that date.
Right,
And what,
then we'll vote. We'll have more questions, then we'll vote whether to grant you a variance or not.
and then what happens?
And we like donuts.
Assuming-
If the hearing, if we approve the variance, you'll get a letter from our secretary and 30 days.
A lot of levity.
30 days after you receive that letter, you will be able to apply to Mike for the.
30 days after that, you just come and I'll give you a copy of that letter.
So if we approve this next meeting, whenever we approve it, when you get a letter, then there's a 30-day wait period to get your permit. Because that's the 30 days,
To do something.
you just write you.
30 days? Is that what you're asking? I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
whenever this 30 days is up and I get a letter. What the letter says, but what do I do with
It
it?
approves your variance, that's your variance.
There's a 30-day wait period in case someone wants to appeal it.
Give it to somebody?
No, but you want it for your records, it'll go in your file in our office.
So the building people will say.
I get a zoning permit.
Yeah.
You get a permit from Mike, and then you take down your building permit, or you do contact who gets the building permit or whoever.
Okay.
But there's a 30-day wait period from our decision for to give a chance for anyone who wants to appeal,
We do the hearing.
then the 30 days after that,
30 days after that.
You should be able to get-
we're done here.
Yes,
Yeah.
as long as no one.
unless during that 30-day period, someone wants to appeal it, then they'd have. Their appeal goes to the Delaware County Court of Appeals and doesn't come to us, it goes to Delaware County, so.
Usually that doesn't happen too much.
I've only ever had one. Oh, I've been doing this for 30 years, but I only had one, and it was on a commercial type thing, it wasn't even on a residential, so.
Do we need a BZA case number?
That'll be 2402, HTBZA 2402.
It's the date today.
Times two.
Yeah.
So if we're all done discussing, the motion to set a hearing date. And time and place,
When's our next meeting?
the 24th. Down here,
Or 20.
May 20th.
May 20th?
Yeah.
That gives us time to get all of our mailings out and. Well, I propose we set a hearing for May 20th, 2024.
I second the motion.
Need a time and place.
Uh,
You do 7:35
7:45 here at the Harlem Township.
for the 60s. What's that, 3883. 3883. Came out 6:05.
For Maple Leaf Rentals and the Clarks.
Okay. Read that motion back. We got it.
I'll Google it. Just the HTBZA 24-2 hearing at 7:35
Right,
here at the firehouse. And there will be
on
notifications
May
sent
20th.
on May 20th
Okay.
at 7:35.
Okay. We have a motion to receive the application. HTBZA 2402. And then we set a hearing of May 20th at 7:35 at the Harlem Township Firehouse. We have a second.
I second the motion.
Bill seconded.
We should pay this.
I'm working hard tonight.
So we have a hearing and. I have a roll call vote on that, please.
Keith Campbell,
Aye.
Jim Stielsman,
Aye.
Bill Gallagher,
Aye.
Kyle Ferris,
Aye.
Steve Eisenbrand.
Aye.
Motion's approved. You'll be hearing is set for 7:35 on May 20th in this room.
Thank you.
I hope you understand what you need to bring with you.
Well, you can ask Mike.
Yes, Mike.
We'll just throw everything over there.
Thank you for.
Oh, you need to give her $500 check too.
I was gonna ask for a check.
Okay,
If you can bring with you, you can go get it and bring it back. But
okay.
No, I didn't bring them.
unfortunately, we don't take credit cards yet.
Okay, yes, that'd be great. That'd be fabulous. Thank
Okay.
you. I mean, I'll hold on to it till you bring in the new one.
How long are you gonna be here?
We'll be here probably at least another 45 minutes, maybe.
I'll be right back.
Appreciate it. Next item, you have something to bring for us?
Yes.
Oh, got two hearings. Got it, rain support.
Another rookie.
That's it.
Hey, we just feel bad. These pieces of paper right now. Thank you.
Oh, you have the sign issue.
Yes, I have it right here somewhere. Give Jim a sign too, if you would. A sign for him or something.
I think I want to be responsible for him.
I understand that. All right, let's see what we have. So my assumption gonna be this is 2403.
Would you like copies of this? There's not one.
What's that? Oh, it's not in here?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we need that.
Oh, okay. He's got a lot of neighbors.
Yeah.
These are, where did all these people come from, right? Huh?
I did move out separately.
Oh, okay.
That had two names,
Okay, good.
even the vacant lot.
I saw the vacant right away. Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
You know what that is, don't you? That's the old alley. And back in the horse and buggy days, they had carriage houses back there. So when the village was set up, you'd come back there to put your horse and buggy in the carriage house.
Because if I understand correctly, these were Harlem, ends there at Gorsuch. That's an abandoned alley going outside of my property. Yeah.
That's what
So they-
those are, yeah. That's from the horse and buggy days. I live just down Harlem Road, so I do a lot of research in that area. It's pretty cool. We also had,
You said that's research and not memory.
ooh,
That took me about 3 years to come up with Art Snyder like that.
we also had you also had a grist mill, you know, for flour and stuff that in that along that creek, and you also had a sawmill along the creek
Really?
back in the day.
You never know.
And the house next to you that's abandoned on the west side, that used to be a motel. Or a hotel back in the day.
Seriously.
Well, back then, 2 or 3 rooms was, you know, an inn, yeah.
Well, that makes sense if the wood.
Yeah.
Somebody told me, I've been told that my house.
So,
Originally, foot house, so I was told it was a dog shop, but-
Could've been both.
Right.
That Ryland Presley's old thing.
You know, Presley's clear on the corner. Where you at? Yeah, that's it. That's the one they just fixed up. Yeah, he's gone.
few initial issues, so that's. We need animal occupation form filled out.
They put his dog in the box.
You have those back there, you,
I'm sure you have one on file, right? Or on a.
on the website,
right?
is there one, I think there's one on the website.
Yeah.
I haven't- Second thing is these lot 19, lot 18, lot 17, is this a subdivision? I mean, I don't have to,
On my property.
one right near your property, right, we're across the street from.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish I had a copy machine at home, but I don't know if I want to pay for the ink. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Nope. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, there it is.
So your property is consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lots?
5 parcels.
5.
parcels. Okay,
That's.
That's why it looked confusing, because like lot, I'm thinking that's a subdivision, but that's all his.
Yeah, these two have the same number.
Okay,
These two have the same parcel number.
so the total all added up is how big? This is like a tenth of an acre, and this is a lot, and this is a lot, and this is a lot, then see how the sizes are.
Your total acreage is 0.8.
That's pretty good for a little town.
Bigger.
One of those properties is listed as AR1,
One of them is,
property his building.
Yeah.
the one with the barn is on, or? Could have been that, but I guess. But if it's originally zoned, I don't know. There was. I mean, it was used to be 1 acre lots. But then I don't know that. Yeah, always this was made, but before. Zoning came in, this lot split stuff, whatever.
A lot of small lots around me, I came to realize, yes.
Huh?
You know, if the distance is a question.
I don't know.
Case, so.
So did you go to the GIS and put the 200-foot circle on it and around your lot and then?
Got my little ruler. sucker
Fence
thing.
off.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, almost.
Harlem Township trustees?
Brown Township trustees,
I think
Not trustees, just Harlem.
this one's.
Brown Township,
You don't look down.
500.
Car stack.
Well, it's cleaned it up now. But I'm thinking, so if there. was
Okay.
land here, maybe fence coming across. They'll have a yard and then a fence so that everything has to stay on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Can you? Print out an home occupation application?
For him, already did it, he's already got
Oh,
it.
you got it? Oh, I'm sleeping over here.
Come on.
This first.
So I guess is there currently an in-home use occupation variance granted on this property?
Not, that I'm aware of, I don't know.
Okay.
Uh,
So have you been operating a business, at least on like the woodworking part?
No.
Okay,
This is all for future. I'm getting ready to retire.
good for you.
So, but that means I still work, right?
Right.
So,
Okay, so there's no variance right now for any business operation on the code.
So you're saying some of this is. A1 and some of it's FR1 or? It's kind of weird.
This property here
Yeah,
shows up as AR1. These all show up as R2.
R2,
What's?
was less than an acre, yeah.
Mhm. What's this one? It's combined with that one.
Okay, I want to make sure it came up.
For whatever reason.
Wonder when that was separated off.
Well, no, I'm thinking it had to be separated off of those huge fees. For some. If you didn't buy this off, another section off, that section off of somebody recently or something, did you?
I did not know. That all, I bought all everything together. All 5 person.
I can't remember what was all there before too much. I mean, it was. Never paid much attention, I just drove by it. Well, we're gonna need that other application filled out before we can accept this and set a hearing, so. If you want to bring that next month meeting, we can do that. You got enough property owners here, I'm sure that you got everyone within 200 feet, so I don't see a problem there. We have a survey.
When you clicked on that parcel that was AR1 turns into the 2, did it come up by itself the first time? Then it was double.
Does it come up like that, like two pieces?
Well, it did when it clicked here, but I'm thinking, I thought we had it clicked over here and it was a single.
You mean connected, showing connected to that bigger one, you mean?
When you clicked on that one that's by itself on the back end of the house,
Yeah,
it showed up as connected.
yeah.
But I thought I saw when you clicked on the one and sent it back where the barn's at by itself.
No.
Is it a single?
It comes up connected to that other one.
Okay, either way you click it, it comes up the same. Okay. We'll make sure you had all your acreage there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I've had to refinance house, they come out to do it. You know, it's been a hassle. Try to tell people I have 5 parcels here. They do the house, the parcel with the house that's on, you know, I get low ball on
Oh.
property value all the time.
Yeah.
Taxes have never missed that.
I wish the tax man had lowball me.
Right. Yeah. They would just look at the one part.
Your taxes go up.
Went down.
Yours went down? Well, congratulations.
Yeah. On this, see, we got it. We come up here a second, I'll show you what you're looking at here. We need all 4 dimensions, so you got like from here to here to here to here, we need those from here to the rear line.
Oh, yeah.
And the same thing with this barn, from here to this next line. So just bring it with you, or, you know,
You know, I looked at that like 3 times last night. Come on. I will do that.
but all 4 sides of each
Right.
building, so, you know. Just make sure. And when you bring the other things, make sure, you know, update this and. At least have one copy for the original, then we can write it in. The rest of them, you know. But, yeah, it's like, yeah, they just extra dimensions there. So what else do you got? All right. All right. You have a spouse to owns the property, okay, so same thing, ask them, you know, make sure they'd have to be here or give you permission to, so, in their behalf. Okay. Number of packets is right, we got the deed and legal description. Scale drawings. I'll put a sign up. To make sure that it's part of the application, I just checked. You got the adjoining contiguous property owners in 200 feet, that looks okay. Got the map room. And you did each owner separately, like you said, you did that, I guess, looks like. So other than the other application and that stuff, you bring that next month and we can give this all back if you we don't lose it, or it might be the best choice.
Are you that on the automotive pole barn?
It's already there.
Is it?
Yeah. Got that built. Yeah, I'm not building them. You know, Looking at my options for retirement. Really like to do my.
Yeah, sounds good.
You want to,
So we'll be
go
an
ahead and throw it back
application
and bring him with you
number.
on his application. If we don't hold these, we let him take them and bring them back when it's complete.
Whatever, you get these back.
I think if he holds it, we don't be responsible.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
We'll put your packet back together and we'll give it back to him, and when he brings back the rest of the information.
Okay.
That way.
Well, keep a hold of it.
Next meeting.
What you're saying, would it be better if we brought it in early?
We can officially accept it. We got to meet him in the quorum and advertise and all that, so yeah.
Yes, or
I get back to him, let him hold on to it, so. I could even, let him be responsible for his own paperwork, he can't say, he can't tell us we lost it.
Technically, so.
I think the biggest thing, here's one,
One more.
Valerie. Yes, the biggest thing on the in-home occupation thing is the number of employees, your operating hours and things like that.
Yeah.
Parking and all that's the biggest.
Keep it as.
That's
Oh,
the
I
first
covered it.
time.
Sometime this.
Okay, we'll see you next month then.
You want me to get the.
It'll stay the same, probably.
That is no.
Oh,
right, so can I go ahead and assign it now?
I wrote on mine already. I put number 3 on. We're really assigned it officially, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, just when you're coming in, well, it might be a different number pending.
Okay.
I mean, unless someone else comes up with another application, it shouldn't change, but they never know that.
Now you're 2403, but we'll see.
Okay, all right.
Take a look at those. It might have, someone in the paperwork might have had a 23 at the top of it for probably last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so you might correct that, yeah.
yes.
I think I saw one at 23 and it's like a fill in with blank.
Oh, because they gotta use some forms from.
Yeah, so it's probably 24 now.
Well, thank you, appreciate.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Back to where we was. A minute, yay, we did. We have December of 18.
Okay, what's
Free. That got lost in the shuffle between changing,
I know, I can't.
changing the guard.
Did you hand out a set of those tonight?
Yeah, they were down here somewhere. I don't know where they are.
They were on the table. I don't know what you.
Put a stack out for everybody.
That's it. Thank you.
Is that?
This person here, it was, not sitting here. Okay. EDA regular meeting, December 18th, 2023, Keith Campbell called to order the meeting, the regular meeting, the DCA meeting at 7:30 PM and ask for roll call vote of the board members and alternates. Keith Campbell, Jim Stillsmith, Bill Gallagher, Kyle Ferris, Steve Eisenbrown was absent, Mike Kennan, and the zoning secretary. We had public of Chuck Ennis, Keisha Ennis, and Mike Singer on Zoom. Mr. Campbell requested approval of the agenda with flexibility. Mr. Ferris made a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility. Mr. Stillsmith seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell requested a voice vote, all ayes, no nays, motion carried. Mr. Campbell tabled the November 2023 BZA minutes reviewed review the new application submitted by Keisha and Clark Annis of 5801 Miller Paul Road, Westville, Ohio 4021. Ms. Annis submitted the application packet to the BZA secretary at the time. Mr. Campbell discussed the guidelines for the application with the application that was printed in black ink, and his request the application form looked correct. The requested home occupation form looked correct. Mr. Campbell stated all property owners must be present, or that the agent is present with the power of attorney. Both property owners, Keisha and Chuck Annis, are present. Mr. Campbell confirmed that 9 packets of the application had been received by the secretary. Mr. Campbell confirmed that deed and legal description was included in the packet. Mr. Campbell stated the property map showed location, setbacks, roads, etc., and looked complete. Mr. Campbell asked the applicants if they were planning to have a sign at the business, which they responded no. Mr. Campbell confirmed the GPS was included in the packet and that no subdivision was involved. Mr. Campbell asked the board if there's any problem with the application, if they had any questions. No questions at this time. Mr. Campbell requested the setback dimensions and building dimensions to both farms to be provided to the board for the upcoming application hearing, which the applicants agreed to. Mr. Stillsmith asked the applicants if there were 2 studios were connected by a roof, which the applicants stated no. Mr. Stillsmith asked if the restroom facilities, which the applicants stated that both buildings and barns had restrooms. Mr. Campbell asked about the outbuildings, which the applicants stated they were just for storage and would not be used by the public. Mr. Campbell asked if there's any other questions. Mr. Stillsmith discussed the designated parking area as it viewed on the aerial map, and if it was gravel. The applicants responded that the 5 customer parking spaces were blacktop with the surrounding edges in gravel. Campbell asked if the barns and buildings were heated. The applicants stated they were. Mr. Campbell asked the BZA secretary for a hearing number, which was assigned HTBZA 2401. Mr. Stillsmith asked about the applicant's online reservation system. The applicant stated that the sessions will be booked by the hour with an average session of 4 to 5 hours. Mr. Campbell asked if there was any other questions. There were none. Mr. Campbell reconfirmed that the applicants that they would bring back the drawing, the setback dimensions, the 2 barns, studios for the hearing, so that the information could be on file. Mr. Campbell stated the application packet looked complete and asked for motion to set a hearing date. Mr. Stillsmith made a motion to accept the application submitted by Keisha and Chuck Annis, 5801 Millpaw Road, Western Ohio 43201, with a hearing of HTBZA 2401 to be scheduled for Monday, February 19th, 2024 at 7:35 p.m. at the Hardin Township Fire Station located at 3883 South State Route 605, Galena, Ohio. Mr. Gallagher seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell requested a voice vote. Keith Campbell, aye. Jim Stillsmith, aye. Bill Gallagher, aye. Kyle Ferris, aye. All aye, motion passed. Mr. Campbell requested continuing with the regular portion of the meeting and asked to review the BCA regular meeting minutes from November 20th, 2023 minutes. Mr. Ferris discussed the Smith application request and that it was not acceptable for approval by the board due to the reason of a dealer's license being required for a business with over 7 cars. Mr. Ferris made a motion to accept the November 2023 minutes as corrected. Mr. Gallagher seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell asked for a voice vote. All ayes, motion carried. Strategic Planning Committee report. Mr. Stillsmith reported that the SPC was discussing utilities and supply for the new development with AEP and Delco Water. AEP has approved high tension lines, but Helen Township will not receive power from the lines. Delco is working on routing water to the township. Mr. Stillsmith discussed township road plans, the roundabout Harlem and Fancher, as well as the project on the Route 65 in Fancher. There's concern for the cemetery and the proper placement of the roundabout, so a great deal of planning should be spent in the project. Some kind of question there, I didn't understand that. Okay, Mr. Steel Smith discussed several important meetings scheduled in January and February and extended an invitation to the public and the township residents to attend the meetings or view on Zoom and to consider serving on the BZA. Mr. Campbell mentioned that the full solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024, and the potential impact to the township being because of the totality eclipse zone. Delaware County is working on a plan to manage the increase in traffic, visitors, services, food, parking, etc. Mr. Campbell asked to review the Ivy Ridge sign application request per zoning section 2205. The signs are too large by zoning regulations, which shall be no more than 32 square feet in total allowed. The homeowners association is requesting the sign, but the board cannot only give approval to the They can only give approval to the landowner and not the HOA. Mr. Ferris discussed the possibility of requesting applicants to use regular size 8.5 by 11-inch paper for their application packet instead of the legal size paper. Mr. Campbell requested a motion to set the next BCA meeting date. Mr. Still made a motion to set the next regular and organizational BCA meeting for January 18th, 2024. At 7 p.m. at the Hardin Township Fire Station, 3883 South State Route 605, Glen, Ohio 43021. Mr. Campbell requested the roll call vote. Keith Campbell, aye. Tim Stolpness, aye. Bill Gallagher, aye. Kyle Paris, aye. All ayes, motion passed. Mr. Campbell asked for any additional questions or comments. Hearing none, Mr. Campbell asked for a motion to adjourn the meeting. Mr. Ferris made a motion to adjourn the meeting. Mr. Gallagher seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell asked for a voice vote. All ayes, motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 8:49. Paragraph, I didn't read quite right. Let me see. The last paragraph on page 2. What was that? Oh, the whole thing. Mr. Still Smith discussed township road plans that roundabout Harlem and Fancher, as well as the project at 605 in Fancher. Oh, okay, the Harlem and Fancher, and then, so, okay. I thought they were both talking about the same. All right. So that reads all right now. Any additions or corrections to the minutes? Steve, you can't vote.
I'll abstain, I was gonna say. Oh, that's right. Wasn't there.
You were for that.
Oh, my goodness.
Is it a GIS map or a GPS map?
The GIS is.
It's from the auditor.
GIS?
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
GIS. Idea what it stands for? General Information Service.
There you go. Sure. Sounds good.
I'm good.
Any other questions? Not have motion to approve as presented?
I move we accept the minutes as read.
So 2023.
Yes, second.
Second.
The second.
Well,
I did, sorry, I stole your thunder.
all right, one more. BZA regular meeting, March 18th, 2024. Chairman Keith Campbell called the ordered regular meeting of the BZA at 7:30 and asked for a roll call of the board members and alternates. Keith Campbell, Jim Stillsmith, Steve Eisenbrown, Bill Gallagher, Kyle Ferris. No one was absent. Director of Zoning and Zoning and Administrative Assistant, Mike Cannon and Valerie. Public present was Chris, whatever, how you pronounce that name, I don't know idea. Ronnie. 3575 Millipal Road, Galena, Ohio 43021, and Raylene Meadows, 1906 Millipal Road, Galena, Ohio. This Chris guy, he had an interest about being an alternate, so did he ever follow up with the trustees or anything?
He sent Carl an email, said he wanted to apply. Carl told me about today, so he was gonna text him back, tell him to show up tomorrow. But he must not have realized we had a meeting tonight. So we'll have tomorrow night, if we see him, we'll tell him to, or not tomorrow night, I'm sorry, Wednesday night.
At the trustees.
Yeah, trustee meeting Wednesday night. So we'll tell him where to look on the calendar, and that way he can follow when the meeting
Meeting's
is.
on May 20th, next meetings.
Yeah.
All right. Public via Zoom, none. Mr. Campbell requested approval of the agenda with flexibility. Mr. Ferris made a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility. Mr. Eisenbrown seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell requested a voice vote. All ayes, motion passed. Mr. Campbell read the minutes of the BCA organizational meeting of January 18th, 2024. Mr. Campbell requested a motion regarding the minutes. Mr. Geller made a motion to accept the minutes as corrected. Mr. Eisenbrown seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell asked for a voice vote. All ayes, motion passed. Mr. Campbell read the minutes of the BCA regular. Mr. Campbell read the minutes of the BCA regular meeting minutes of January 18th. One time, Mr. Campbell requested a motion regarding the minutes. Mr. Eisenbrown made a motion to accept the minutes as corrected. Mr. Eisenbrown seconded the motion. That's tough. That can't be right. Someone who seconded. Someone to take responsibility for seconding the motion.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Did you second that motion?
Sure, why not?
I thought you did.
Right, Mr. Gallagher.
Mr. Campbell asked for a voice vote. All ayes, motion passed. Mr. Campbell read the minutes of the BCA regular meeting minutes of February 19th, 2024. Mr. Campbell requested a motion regarding the minutes. Mr. Eisenbrown made a motion to accept the minutes as corrected. Mr. Gallagher seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell asked for voice vote. All ayes, motion passed. Mr. Campbell read the minutes of the BZA HT 2401 hearing minutes of February 19th, 2024. Mr. Campbell requested a motion regarding the minutes. Mr. Gallagher made a motion to accept the minutes as corrected. Mr. Still Smith seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell asked for a voice vote. The motion, all ayes, motion passed. Zoning director report, Mr. Cannon reported there were 10 permits to date for 2024. 3 residential, 1 solar panel, 1 extension, 5 properties with junk and debris at the prosecutor's office, and 2 properties running the business in a residential area. Mr. Cannon is also doing property checks around the township. Mr. Campbell asked if there any other business to be discussed, of which there was none. The Strategic Planning Committee, Jim Still stated that there was no new information to report, still working on the same overlays. And that Delco Water and Sewer and AEP Utilities will be presenting up-to-date information to the public at the Harlan Township Trustees meeting on Wednesday, March 20th, 2024. Mr. Still Smith stated that the SPC is still looking at potential public and private consortiums. Mr. Campbell asked if there any other additional questions or comments. The next BCA meeting will be held on April 15th, 7:30 p.m. Mr. Ferris mentioned the possibility of a reconsideration to the number of weekly deliveries currently being allowed by the zoning regulations to properties 10 per week. I think we discussed that. So Mr. Stillsmith discussed the possibility of reviewing sign and delivery regulations. Mr. Chris Peroni, I have his name, I guess, offered to serve as an alternate member of the BZA. He will submit his request to the trustees for consideration. Mr. Campbell asked for a motion to adjourn the meeting. Mr. Eisenbrown made a motion to adjourn. Mr. Gallagher seconded the motion. Mr. Campbell asked for a voice vote on all ayes. We adjourned at 8:32. I think we discussed, I think it's just me, so that has to be done by the zoning commission. We have no control over that. We can make a recommendation, but I don't. The plate's so busy right now, I'm not sure it's a high priority item.
Yep.
We have a motion to approve the minutes. Was there any corrections? Just that one, I guess, Jim.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as
As corrected.
corrected. There you go.
I will second that motion.
A motion and second, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Jim, you're up.
What? Okay, hey, tomorrow is strategic planning meeting. We're going to go over the fun items tomorrow night. We're going to discuss JEDs, TIFs, CETAs, all those fun things and try to educate the public.
Is
Is
this over at the church?
No, it's right here.
is Probably present that.
Holly's gonna present it.
What time is that?
So I would zoom in. 6:30. I would zoom in, if you don't wanna come. There might be some things, that you find
I definitely
information.
I want to zoom in and I'll be in California.
You can zoom from California.
I said I'll have to zoom in.
Okay, anyway, that's what's going on tomorrow.
Bill afternoon in California.
Yeah.
All right. All righty. Anything else for?
I have one suggestion.
Yeah.
Then we can get out of here. On the minutes with us, getting some other stuff. Can't we do those can't we read those administratively? Because Valerie sends them out ahead of time. And then instead of having to go over the whole thing, if you see a problem, we just talk about the correction.
I mean,
That might save some time.
if we get all the emails up and working, that'd be great. But are they still talking about changing the email system for us? Yeah,
Is everybody getting their emails when I send them?
I got it.
you got it.
I got it.
You get yours, but you're not. Then
I got mine.
you get your emails from the township.
I've never been in.
The townships. The township website. Okay, well,
And I can always have it. I have a packet for everybody in the office. If you want to come in beforehand to get it, to pick it up, even a hard copy.
of the email stuff.
Well, I was just trying to streamline it.
So I think if the public, they might want us to read those minutes, so we could probably ask.
Well, the minutes are,
If we have
the minutes are, after we approve them, they go on the website,
Right.
on the township website, so they can read them then.
Yeah, none of the other committees read them here. I'll read
Okay,
it at a
good.
time. In fact, the zoning commission usually does them over online and gives you all the information to bring the final one in and be done with it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just takes a couple minutes.
But we can take it a step at a time. We can try this first.
It's a good,
See how it works.
That's a good idea.
and then, that
Cause
way,
that'll shave half an hour off the meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
You can.
Especially in the
if you're
summertime.
Not getting an email from me, I don't have your email address, so you can make sure I have your email address. I'll get it and we'll do a trial run to make sure we've got it. That way you can, as soon as they're typed up, ready for review, you'll get a copy. You could read it wherever in the comfort of your own. And then you can let me know what changes you feel needs to be, and we can do one whole big consortium on where everybody sees what everybody else is suggesting. That way when you come to the meeting, it's all been seen, read. You know what's going on.
Yeah, and then it'll be posted online, so people get to read it.
You got the Zoom recording, you've got the
the
minutes.
the corrected ones get posted on.
Yeah, the corrected ones, yeah.
That way So
That's all I had.
anything else, anything for good to the meeting? We have a motion to adjourn,
I move we adjourn this meeting.
second,
I'll second.
any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Follow the end of the game.
Yeah,
Made the score.
yeah, he wasn't holding up his end tonight.
I see they changed the date on the roundabout.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they pushed it back a week, right?
Yeah, they booked it for today, and it's like next one. Gotta reprieve them. Time I get back to these things. Put that on the save mode, did you? Did not work?
It's frozen. Well, my woodies are showing
frozen.
up.
What's showing up?
My wood ducks.
Well, we had an issue.
They have
Mike Timber. tried to-
No. They have stayed all winter.
All winter?
I've never had ducks stay.
No.
Yeah, because, they mate for life, so I would say
Oh,
the one female's on the shot.
Surprise
shot.
us. Well,
So, but
Was it?
they've been around, and then I think.
Yeah,
they got a
but-
net.
but
One
it's-
pair's got a nest. I've got a run-in shed, a horse run-in shed
Mhm.
that we're not using, so it's.
So it just froze on that.